Do we all look good, or
Oh yeah, stunning. You're
Lucky I wore this.
happy I didn't wear my
shacket.
suit and trainers?
Shacket.
Right, just a little. It's lovely. How long?
What is that?
Hi, I'm Casey and I'm here with Reece and Jack. We're talking about life at Darwin. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Reece. I'm a recruiter within the AI and privacy enhancing space, focusing on post-quantum in the US markets.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm the photonics and quantum specialist here at Darwin. I focus on the Europe and US market.
How did you get into recruitment?
I heard about it from my cousin. He got into it a few years before I did. Talked to me about the earning potential, and here I am 6 years later.
Nice, Jack.
Very similar, to be fair. My cousin owns a recruitment company. Spoke to him about kind of the benefits, what it's like. He said some really good things. Said I'd be really good at it, so decided to make the move from finance to recruitment.
So is this your first job in recruitment?
No, this was my second. I joined another company in Basildon before this. Was there for 3 years, and then been here for 18 months now.
Nice, great.
This is my third job in recruitment. I've also been here 18 months. Me and Jack joined at similar times, and yeah, we've had a good time since then.
Yeah.
Right, since you both started at the same time, has anything changed since you've been here?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think it's always been a great place to work, but the last few months we've pivoted to purely a BD focus due to our outsourcing in South Africa, the new office. Therefore, we're able to fully focus on business development, and that means if we bring on enough roles, that we'll have a constant flow of CVs from that resource. So, yeah, it's changed in a good way, and yeah, there's a clear vision and clear direction for the career progression for sure.
That's what I was going to say. It's more about they always push to make yourselves better and to basically improve ourselves, and that's why it changes so much, because they actually want the best for you. They want you to earn as much money as you can. So yeah, with the changes, as Reece said, with the resourcing, outsourcing a resource, and us focusing on BD, just maximizes our potential, which I think is just for the best.
Would you say people at Darwin influenced that, or how would you say you found that?
I think really everyone bounces off each other, especially with the cold calls. Everyone on the phone together. It's not just you doing it, getting rejected. Everyone's on the same. Everyone's getting the same answers, same replies, having really good conversations, and all the wins are celebrated as well. It's not just you have a good call and it doesn't get recognised.
Yeah.
Everyone's in it together. Everyone wants the best for each other. So I think that's a huge influence.
Yeah, agreed. It's very vibrant in the office, so it's very hard to feel down and out if you're getting constant rejection because everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, definitely. Has your market changed since being here, or has it been remained the same?
For me personally, it's shifted a couple times. Working on the blockchain space when I joined, it was successful, and then the market kind of fizzled out. So I had to use that knowledge to find a new niche, which was quite successful last year. And then due to that, we're able to pivot and find new niches, new verticals, and the guys here, especially the directors, give you the freedom, the flexibility to find new markets, and if it makes commercial sense, then they allow you to go all in and find these markets yourself, which is where I feel like I best perform.
I think similar to Reece, really, where you get the flexibility to kind of have the freedom to do what you think is in best in the market. So for me, I was given photonics, which is quite a big market, quite new. We didn't really know what was going to work, where the heat was, where the interest was, and stumbled across kind of photonic integrated circuits, which is where I sit now. Then obviously moving into quantum, but we're both in growing markets where the market is changing anyway, so the needs are always changing. So there's always that need for the teams to grow, market to grow, and sort of pivot from kind of industry or technology wise.
Definitely, and it's all about who you speak to. You got to keep your ear to the ground
100%.
and understand where the heat is.
How did you find building out your desk? Was it easy, difficult? What's the
Well, it's definitely not easy, especially because it's a new market that no one here has built. So there's a lot of initial admin, initial market mapping, um, separating companies within each vertical. So yeah, it's definitely not easy, but it's very rewarding once you get the market up and running, start getting the return wins, and then it just snowballs because the more successes you have, the more you can use that to get more business. So yeah, if it was easy, everyone would do it. That's what I think. So it's definitely not easy at all, but we were able to kind of understand the heat. And us, for example, I started in Europe, just Europe, and then recently, the last few months, changed my hours to facilitate our US clients.
right?
Because US is where it's at, and bigger fees, bigger earning potential.
How did you find the transition?
Yeah, quite easy. My hours allow me to get things done in the morning in my personal time, for example, gym, and then I'm able to then work through to the evenings, which facilitates the US time zones, and then it makes everything much easier, and you're able to plan out your day much better.
Jack, what hours do you do? Do you EU or US?
Yeah, well, I flip between the both. I mean, I'm mainly Europe focused, but you get the flexibility that if you do have a US desk like we do, you can work later one day, do the US hours for a couple of days a week. It all kind of depends what we've got going on in our market. But I think it's just that flexibility of if you've got US meetings, you could do those in the evenings. You can start later, finish later. It's just wherever your market's at, really.
Since you both previously worked in recruitment, how would you say Darwin differs to your previous companies?
Um, it's definitely the largest business I've worked for. I've only really worked for kind of startups, um, but I say this has a good balance of having that startup kind of workflow mindset where you have the freedom, but there's essentially a large business running in the background, so that you have the security, you have the you know your colleagues have some of the colleagues here have worked 10, 15 years in the same company, so that's a good indication that there's definitely an opportunity for a long-term career here, and no one wants to join a company and worry that they're not going to be here for 6 months. So I think that they give you the safety, security, and then away from the work, the culture is just a lot of fun. Everyone does things outside of work, and even in the office, there's a lot of fun. We have a good break area. So, the culture is definitely the best I've experienced, both on the work aspect, but also a sociable aspect.
Have you always worked in Essex, or have you worked from London?
I done one in London. That was just an intense environment for sure. And it was only there for a few months because it was around COVID times. But yeah, that was a good experience to realise that this type of culture, where it's a lot more relaxed, is definitely for me, for sure.
You found the transition quite good from London into Essex. Was it good?
Yeah, so much easier. I live around the corner. We get access to parking here, so yeah, like a 10-minute drive in. It's a very, very easy lifestyle for sure.
Yeah, similar to Reece, this is my largest recruitment company that I've worked for. Previously worked for a kind of spin-off of Darwin, which was nice because I learned kind of all the Darwin values beforehand. So the transition coming into this organisation was quite easy for me. I think because the teams are so new and small, it's like you're working for a startup within a big organisation because the teams are essentially their own kind of company or their own kind of startup. So you get that mentality. But you're working for a larger organisation with bigger billers, more people doing well where you can bounce off. Like for me, coming to Darwin, I wanted to progress, I wanted to do better, I wanted to do more, and you only really get that from being around the best kind of people that are doing really well in their markets and doing that from scratch. So especially someone in my team had a really good year. Learning from him, something I really wanted to do. And cultural side, there's just more people to do stuff with. Like our team's quite close. We do a lot of things outside of work, don't we?
Yeah.
Whether that's just food, gym, going out on nights out, watching football.
Yeah, you build friendships for sure, which doesn't happen everywhere. So
No, you don't.
yeah, it's
And where
nice.
there's just so many more people, it's just that much easier. We're all around the same age, like the same things. Basically a company of West Ham fans, really.
How would you
Unfortunately.
say Darwin supported your growth?
Yeah, 100%. With the monthly meetings with the managers, the flexibility to have that freedom to kind of fit yourself in a market which is growing, and they really, really want you to find the heat in the market, what's needed, and that just helps you grow. There's a clear, progression plan, what you need to do to get better, and I think they just want the best for you, which I think just makes it so much easier for us.
Jack, what would you say your biggest achievement's been since joining Darwin?
I'd say my biggest achievement is attending my first conference abroad by myself.
Nice.
To be fair, that was the first time I've ever gone abroad by myself, so that itself was like a huge achievement. But doing it through work, 3-day conference in Copenhagen, meeting all my clients, building some really good relationships, and that was a really successful first trip. Really difficult first day, just putting yourself out there, but once you get into it, then it's absolutely fine. But yeah, I'd say that's probably my biggest achievement.
Nice. Reece, yourself?
Yeah, I think I won Employed a Month. I think in March last year, which was very nice. In that month, I was top biller, which was good for me because at that time I was building out a completely fresh market. So to see the success come from the hard work was a nice feeling. And similar to what Jack said, I'll be attending a conference next week. So that's going to be definitely a big thing for me, as I will be also the first time I solo travel abroad. So that one's soon come for sure.
Sounds like you had a lot of success in Darwin. If someone was joining tomorrow, what advice would you give them?
Just be yourself. Firstly, there's a lot of people to get to know, so everyone's very welcome, very friendly, and as long as people see you working hard, they know that results will come, because they wouldn't put you in a desk that wouldn't facilitate results. So yeah, be yourself, work hard, and then enjoy your time here for sure.
Mine would be organised from day one, especially starting a market from scratch. I think organisation is key. Just to make sure that everything's in the right place, you know what you're doing, when you're doing it, group lists, market mapping. I think that's key for actually starting, and then just the hard work to get it done. Make sure you're doing the hours. It's not a job that you can just kind of fly by, you need to put the hard work in. It is, you get what you put in, basically.
Thank you for your time. I know you've got to go back to work, so I'll let you go.
Thank you for having us, Casey.
Yeah.
It was good speaking about our journeys, and look forward to doing another one soon.
Hopefully not too soon, but yeah.
No, we can't have that.
This was Reece, this was Jack, this was Darwin. www.recruitment.
Bye, Felicia.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. You magic edit.